Hello, good morning, children. In the first chapter, we have already studied about the period of transition, period of change took place in Europe. And now, in this particular video, we will study about the Industrial Revolution. What is Industrial Revolution, and also what are the impacts of Industrial Revolution? Industrial Revolution was the transition to new manufacturing process. Transition to new manufacturing process. If you want to make any things, goods, people in the earlier days, they were using their hands to prepare it. And now the industries have come up with the new machines and all, new technology. And with these machines and technology, the things are produced nowadays. From 1760 to 1870, Industrial Revolution was the transition to a new manufacturing process. It brought some radical changes to the world. Huge changes because of this Industrial Revolution. This transition included going from hand production methods to machines. Here, when the industry started, industries means factories started, people started to make the things from hand to machines. Now machines, they do all the work. New chemical manufacturing, iron production, and the increase of use of steam power and the rise of the factory system. This is the period of transition. Emergence of Industrial Revolution. It began in England and later spread to France, Germany, Netherlands, Austro-Hungarian and other parts of the nation. Industrial Revolution, it first began in England. Then from England it spread to France, then to Germany, Netherlands and Austro-Hungarian nations. The Industrial Revolution is continuing till this day in many ways. Industrial Revolution, which began in 17th and 18th century, till today it is continuing. Transition. Now earlier days, if you see here, earlier days, how people used to send their messages. We have read about the old system of sending the messages. Kings and rulers in those days, they used to send through with the birds, that we have heard about the stories. But now we have our mobiles, smartphones. Within a second messages can be sent. And next here, transition. Earlier days, people used to move on bullock carts and all. And now we have different vehicles. Transition, handmade baskets and all were made with the hands. Now we have here machines. We have all the types of machines. Now industrial revolution began in England in about 1750 AD. 1750 AD industrial revolution or industries started in England. And why in England? What are the reasons industrial revolution started in England? There are many reasons. First one, during the 1600 years, overseas exploration had opened. During the 1600 years, here overseas exploration, that means discovery of sea routes. This exploration had started, and this discovery, finding the new routes, opened new markets for England. Now England could sell their market, make markets in other countries with the overseas explorations, and led to a thriving economy based on money. England started to make money with this industrial revolution. Second one, new financial institutions. New financial institutions such as banks offered business loans that helped to grow industrial growth, that helped spur industrial growth. Here the financial institutions opened for the first time in England. These banks gave business loans for the industrial growth. The most famous was the powerful Bank of England. The powerful bank was Bank of England. Bank of England was one of the powerful and famous bank which gave loans to the industries, which began in 1694. Third reason why industrial revolution started in England is England had rich natural resources. In England, lot of natural resources were found, that may be coal or iron mines. With these natural resources, they were used to make machinery and products, that is tools and cookware and weapons. With this coal and iron, England people, they started to make machines and other products. Fourth one, scientific improvements in farming during the 1700 years. There were also in England some improvements took place in farming, which led to agriculture revolution, which became the base of industrial revolution. So with these four reasons, first one is overseas exploration, new financial institutions, and natural resources found in England, and scientific improvements in farming took place in England. These four reasons helped the England to start industrial revolution in England. Some of the inventions invented during the industrial revolution. One is the textile industry. Textile industry was the first to be affected by industrial revolution. It was completely mechanized by 1830s. Second one is the spinning jenny, enabling the spinning of hundreds of yarns together. Spinning. The second one is the power loom. Third one is John Kay's flying shuttle weaving industry. These are the inventions. You can see here the pictures of invented things. Spinning jenny and flying shuttle. This is the first one is spinning jenny, which was one of the machine invented during the Industrial Revolution. Other inventions like steam engines invented by James Newcomen. James Watt steam engine in 1769 heat energy into mechanical energy. This is a power loom. Steam locomotives and railroads were also invented. Next one, Industrial Revolution impacts. What are the impact of Industrial Revolution? Here, the first one is social impact. Urbanization, clean water, sewage system, public transport. Industrial Revolution had impact on social impact. In social impact, first one is urbanization. Because of this Industrial Revolution, many urban cities started, and in these urban cities people were able to get clean water, proper sewage system was developed, and public transport also was developed. Comfortable living. You see, in the nowadays people are living comfortable life with a lot of machines. Gap between rich and the poor. There is no much difference between rich and the poor now.